YouTube, it's Michael here, and a very happy new year to everybody here on YouTube. I hope you've all had a great Christmas and a great new year, and in 2019 I aim to do lots more reviews on different keyboards. I also aim to learn some more new songs on my Genos and so on. But to start the year off, in the next 4 videos I will be showing you the Yamaha PSS-580 Portasound Keyboard, in which I'll be going through all the sounds and styles and tutorials, etc. Now this PSS-580 here is a lot similar to another keyboard I showed years ago on YouTube. It's got the same exact sounds and styles, and that is the Yamaha PSS-680, which I showed years ago. There are some differences though, that what this keyboard lacks, because this keyboard doesn't have as many keys as the PSS-680. It doesn't have a pitch bend wheel like the PSS-680 does, and also on the PSS-580, just like on the PSS-680, you don't get the drum pads underneath the keyboard here. So that also means that the PSS-580 doesn't have as many drum sounds as the PSS-680. But it's got the same sounds and styles and everything. It just doesn't have everything the PSS-680 does. But I can't complain, because I've actually bought this fairly cheap on eBay, so I thought I might as well get it. I know it's a scale down of the PSS-680, but it's still good regardless. Now, for the first video of this keyboard, I'll be going through with you a tutorial of the Yamaha PSS-580. So for those that have a PSS-580 or are aiming to get a PSS-580, can get to know how to use it a little more after this tutorial. And also another pointer, there is another keyboard called the PSS-480, which is exactly the same as the PSS-580. I'm guessing that it might have came out a year before. Just like the PSS-280 with the PSS-290 and the PSS-380 and 390. They're exactly the same keyboards, like the PSS-280 and 290 were exactly the same as each other, as well as the 380 and 390. The main difference is like a different coloured casing with some different coloured buttons and so on. So, here is the tutorial of the Yamaha PSS-580 keyboard. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you of this tutorial of the Yamaha PSS-580 is the auto accompaniment section. First of all, I'll show you the mode. We have here normal, which is just normal, and then when we select single finger, we can control chords with our left hand. And then when we select fingered, we have to use multiple fingers to use chords. So simple really, just 3 modes: normal, single finger and fingered. And now we have the orchestration here, in which we can turn parts of a rhythm on and off. So I will show you that. You can turn the rhythm, bass, chord and orchestra parts on and off with a rhythm. And about these buttons, some of them are quite stiff, especially the rhythm button, so I might have to press it a bit harder on this keyboard for them to work. So here's an example. We can turn the rhythm off. Or the chord off. Orchestra. Sorry about the rhythm button, it's quite stiff. There we go. So that's just the accompaniment section with the normal single finger and fingered mode, and the orchestration in which you can turn parts of a rhythm on and off. Now here's something else that I want to show you with the rhythm control, is that this keyboard has 3 fill-ins per style, which also acts as intros, and each style also has an ending as well. But with the PSS-580, the styles don't have any variations, you only have that one backing per style. So that's all you get. There's no variations for these styles. And here's fill-in 1, fill-in 2, fill-in 3, and ending. And now we'll select another rhythm. Fill-in 1, fill-in 2, fill-in 3, and ending. And that is just a small example of the rhythm control. Now here's something else that I want to show you on this keyboard, and that is here, the perimeter change, in which we have transpose, tuning, melody volume, and the tempo, which is of course the style's tempo. So we're going to select transpose, in which we can transpose the keyboard. Yes, about this little bit here, I think some lights of the 1 or 2 lights of this LED display doesn't work. Oh no, just that one. But that doesn't matter, the keyboard is still functional regardless. So here's the transpose, in which we can change the pitch of the keyboard, so we can transpose it. It goes up to 12 to -12. But what I've just found out is that if you hold down the values, minus or plus here, you can actually make the transpose go up to make it sound like it's sort of a portamento effect. So here. So I thought that was quite a neat feature there, even though it's not intended for that, but it's still pretty cool. And then we just press these 2 value buttons at the same time, the minus and plus, to get the default transpose. And we can do the same for the tuning, which we can tune the keyboard. And we have the melody volume, in which we can change the volume of the melody, what I'm playing now. And then finally we have the tempo, which is of course the tempo of the styles. But of course each style has its default tempo, so you just press these 2 simultaneously to get the default tempo of the style that you're on. And that is the perimeter changes. Here is something else that I want to show you. This one's only going to be a quick one, and that is the voice and style buttons. When you want to select numbers for voices, you just press the voice button here, and there's a little dot just there on the LED display, if you can see it, which shows that the voices has been selected. And in that way we can select numbers for the voices. And then when you want to select numbers for the styles, just press the style button here. And you can see a little dot where the style is, showing you that the style has been selected for you to change the different numbers of the styles. So here's an example. So that just shows that the styles has been selected, so you can change numbers for the different styles. So that's just a quick example of the voice and style buttons. And now I'm going to show you the effects of this keyboard. We have effects here, we have vibrato, sustain, reverb, portamento, and duet. So some of these voices here, some of them already have the vibrato assigned to it. So if I say I choose another sound, as you can see, vibrato is turned off because that's not assigned for that voice. But when I select the first voice of the keyboard, vibrato is turned on. So yes, here's the vibrato effect. Now here's the voice without vibrato. Hopefully the video will pick up that difference if you can hear it. So here's without vibrato, and here is vibrato. Let's just select a different voice. There you go, that's you can hear the difference a bit better with that. And then we have the sustain. And then we have reverb, though to me it's not actually like proper reverb, it just sounds more like another version of the sustain. And then we have portamento, which I think is quite a cool feature for this keyboard. Nice effect. And then finally with the effects we have the duet, which is the harmony. So we need to select a rhythm. We'll turn on the auto accompaniment. We'll select a... Oops. Oh, there we go. So that is the PSS-580 effects. And now I'm going to show you how to get to the keyboard's drum kit. We just press this percussion button here, and then on top of the keyboard we have these different drum sounds. We have the snare rim, snare, bass drum, hi-hat close, tom low, tom high, hi-hat open, crash cymbal and ride cymbal. And with the percussion turned on, you can get access to the keyboard's drum kit. So that's just a quick example on how to access the keyboard's drum kit. And now I'm going to show you the custom drummer, so that you can add extra drums to the rhythm that you're playing. So first of all, we just press program/end, and then in our own time we can add extra drums to the rhythm. And then we just press program/end again to stop recording. And then we just play we press play on off and then start the rhythm. And it would also include our custom drums that we've done. But when you turn it off, it stops. But when you press it on again, you'll get your custom drums again. pretty cool feature that you can add extra drums on top of the rhythm. And here's something else I want to show you with the percussion with the drum kits. So we just turn that on. And whilst having the sync brake turned on, we can actually make our own fill-ins, such as this. We start the rhythm, and then when you play the drums on top of the keyboard here, the rhythm will stop. So that's another great feature with the percussion and the sync brake, so you can make your own fill-ins. And that is the custom drummer and being able to make your own fill-ins with the percussion voices and the sync brake turned on. Now here's what I think is probably the best feature of this keyboard, and that is the digital synthesizer, in which any of the 100 voices can be modified with a digital synthesizer, and you can store up to 5 of your own sounds on the Yamaha PSS-580. So I'll go through a couple of examples. So we got the brass sound, or synth brass, that you get when you turn on the keyboard. And then we have the digital synthesizer. We have the 2 attack rates, 2 decay rates, 2 frequency rates, FB level, modulation, mod level, and total level, which is basically the volume of the sound that you're modifying. So we're going to tweak the sound, and we're going to start off with the attack rate. And then the second attack rate. And we're going to go through the decay rate. And now we're going to go through the frequency rate. And now we're going to the FB level. The mod level. And total level, which is basically the volume of the sound. And now that we got our sound modified and we want to keep it, we hold down the store button along with one of the 5 banks that we can store it in. So we're going to store that, hold down store, and then we're going to store it onto bank number 1. And then that's our sound. So let's go to another bank. That's the sound of that bank. And then bank 1, where we stored our sound. Is saved and stored into bank number 1. Let's do another example of the digital synthesizer. So we're going to select another sound. This time we're going to select the second sound. We're going to select jazz organ. So this is our sound. And now we're going to modify another sound. We're going to modify jazz organ. So I'll go through exactly what I did with the first sound. Go through the attack rate. And then we're going to go through the decay rate. And then we're going to go to the frequency rate. FB rate, or should I say FB level, sorry. Mod level. And total level. And now that we've done that, we are going to store that into bank number 2. So there's bank number 1 and bank number 2. And that is how you use digital synthesizer and storing your own sounds that you created using digital synthesizer on the Yamaha PSS-580. I've stored 2 sounds, but you can store up to 5 of your own sounds using the banks here to store your own sounds. Now here is the very last thing that I want to show you of this tutorial of the Yamaha PSS-580, and that is the song memory, in which you can record 5 parts here for the melody and 5 parts for the chord, so that you can have, like, for example, 5 different styles. So I will show you that. So in order to record your melody, first of all, we'll hold down record and press one of the 5 melody buttons. We are going to select melody 1. And now the keyboard is waiting for us to start playing. So here we go. So we got melody 1 recorded. And now we are going to record something for melody number 2. So we are going to change our voice. We're going to select the jazz organ, hold down record whilst holding song memory number 2 for the melody. We're also going to turn on melody number 1 so that that's playing in the background. And now the keyboard is waiting for us to play a song. So here we go. So now we've got melody 1 and 2 recorded. So now we can play these back. And now we're going to record something for song memory melody number 3. So we just hold down record. Well, first of all, select our voice. Marimba. And we're going to press record, hold record shall I say, and then press song memory number 3. So that's ready to be recorded. And we press memory 1 and 2. So they'll be playing back in the background. And now the keyboard is waiting for us to play. So here we go. So now we have 3 parts recorded. So that's just an example of the melody song memory. I've recorded 3 parts, though you can record up to 5. And now I'm going to show you the chord memory, in which you can record chords of different styles. So first of all, I'm going to do the chord memory number 1. So we'll hold down record whilst pressing one of the 5 chord memories here. So we're going to select number 1. And then what we can do is that we can record chords that we use playing the styles. So here we go. Now that we've got that recorded, we can turn the melody parts on along with the chord here. So now that we've got a whole orchestra like this. Now let's just say that we want another style. So we'll select, yes, it's style. We're going to select style 11 for instance. And we're going to hold down, record, and press chord memory number 2 to record another style. Same chord, same melody, but a different style. And we just turn the melody parts on again. Also note that with a chord, you can only select one at a time because obviously you can't play 2 styles at the same time. So here is style number 2. And style number 1. And we just go to style number 2 again, or shall I say chord memory number 2. So there you have it. That is how you use the song memory to record up to 5 melody parts and 5 chord parts in which you can use different styles. So I think that's quite a good feature for this keyboard, the song memory. I showed 3 examples of the melody, so I've recorded 1, 2 and 3, and 2 examples for the chord memory 1 and 2, in which you can record different styles with different chords. And that is how you use song memory to record parts for the sounds and styles. Okay, so this is now the end of this tutorial of the Yamaha PSS-580 Portasound Keyboard. I do hope you've enjoyed this video and that you have found this tutorial useful. So please do write back to me and tell me what you think. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for the next video of this keyboard, in which I'll be showing you the 100 voices.